Wait a minute. All right, this is Manny. Go ahead. This is Manny Maris, who is a dealer this year at the Mid-Atlantic Nostalgia Convention. But he's come other years. But he has a lot to say about what goes on here. Go ahead, Manny.
Well, what I like about this show is that it reminds me of the old comic book shows that I attended 50 plus years ago, where everybody sort of seems to know everybody. So it's just like one big party where everybody says hello, everybody has conversations. When you go to some of these big events like the Javits New York Comic Con or the the San Diego Comic Con, there's 150,000 people, nobody knows anybody, and it's just one big crowded commercial endeavor.
Right.
So I love old home type shows, and this is one of the great ones.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so, well, was there anybody this year any of the many stars that attended, any particular one or two that you thought, hey, that'd be great to see that person?
Strangely enough, when it comes to most actors, I don't need to have autographs, I don't need to get photographed with them, nothing.
Okay.
But if it's somebody that I like, I love to go up to them and say, I love your work, and shake their hand. And that's,
all right.
It's a memory for me. It doesn't have to be turned into a product or an object or anything.
Okay,
like that.
that's understandable.
So, I haven't, because I'm a dealer this year, I haven't been able to go see Haley Mills.
Right.
Who I loved when I was a kid. I had stuff like That Dark Cat, and Three Lives of Thomasina, and The Parent Trap.
Right.
But I saw her recently. She was playing an FBI serial killer profiler in some recent crime, murder, mystery.
Right.
She was great, but it took me till the end of the film. It's like, that face is sort of familiar, but I couldn't place it because I hadn't seen her in anything in decades. Right. And then when the credits roll, I was like, wow, that's Haley Mills. Right. And she was great, but it was a completely different, role for her, appropriate. Right. For a mature adult, and all I know her from was, I think the last film I saw her, she was maybe 21 in, and that was 50 years ago.
So in the past you've seen other people, so which of those were your favorites?
Again, I don't really come for personalities. I come as
you're here for the atmosphere.
Well, for the talk and I'm a collector. I love to see what there is,
Yeah, you're a collector. Yeah, you're a collector. It would seem like there's a lot of collectors here.
Well, you have a room full of objects that are for sale, and they're just a cornucopia of every last odd and obscure thing. And there's somebody coming here for that, somebody coming here for that, and I'm coming here for my set of things.
Right.
Right. At this point, I own so much. Right. If somebody says to me, what are you looking for? I say, I can't tell you what I'm looking for. I'll know it when I see it, because everything that I know that I want, I have. Right. I'm looking to find something I never knew existed that I would love. Right. And that occasionally that happens. Right.
Yeah. You're a shrewd buyer.
We're not talking about shopping for discount, shoes.
No, I mean shrewd in the sense you're a selective buyer. You want just the rarest.
No, some of the stuff that I want is rare, but it's of no value whatsoever.
Oh yeah,
I look for a certain book. Everybody says, that thing's only worth. It's not. Nobody cares about that. No one's looking for it. But no one has it. You could go out in the street and wave $100 bills, and no one would bring it to you. Right. So you're overjoyed when you actually find it sitting in a box. Right. And generally for $1.
Yeah.
But because you're the only person looking for it, there isn't a host of professional dealers going, let's put this up, let's find something, it's a $100 item and all that nonsense. Right. Because there are so few people who care about it. So there's a lot of rare things I'm looking for. Right. That have never had a value, and probably won't after I find it anyway.
But to you, they're valuable. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm not looking for things because they're valuable rare. I'm looking for things just.
No, they're valuable to you. That's what I'm saying.
Valuable to me. Some of them might be things that I have to spend hundreds of dollars for, or thousands of dollars, and some of them might be things that I would spend thousands of dollars for, but it wouldn't help. I just have to find it in that dollar box because no one even cares enough to bring it.
If you spend $1,000 for it, and 2 weeks later you see it in the dollar box.
Oh, that's an interesting karma thing.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. In '75, my first year in college, and the guy next door to me played a record for us after a party. We're all chilling out after, you know, the noise has gone away. It's a beautiful record. It's by a guy named David Pomerantz, who's like a songwriter's songwriter. The closest you can compare him to is somebody like Randy Newman. And he's written hit songs and Broadway musicals and everything, but his own records, he couldn't get arrested.
Really?
So he played this record, this whole album called Time to Fly.
Okay.
It was on Decca.
Yeah.
So I said, I got to own that record. So I spent the year going into record stores. No one ever heard of him. No record. And it was on a major label, Decca, right?
Oh.
So now I walk into a place called Jimmy Dayton's on 12th Street in Broadway, right across from the Strand bookstore, which you may have heard of.
Right.
Right in the corner there, and this guy, this store, a little store, very neat. Every record is $25 or up.
Really?
And there's another store like that was around for decades called Colony.
Right.
And they would have beat up copies of records they charge hundreds of dollars for because they were in the middle of the whole recording studio district that was 24/7. So at 3 in the morning, a singer might say, you know, I want you to play this break here the way so-and-so played it on this record.
Right.
And they'd have to go out, go to Colony, which stayed open 24/7.
Right.
Pick out the empty cover that was re-shrink wrapped and now bent in half.
Right.
Getting it to the counter, they'd go down to the basement, find the record that goes in there. It looked like an ice skating rink.
Right.
You know, it was so scratched, but it didn't matter because the production was paying for the purchase of that record just so the guitarist or the trumpet player could hear what was needed or what was being referred to that the new recording desired or the producer desired. But Jimmy Dayton's, when you spend $25 for a record or more, you got a nice clean copy.
Sure.
Now, $25 to a poor, broke-ass college student in 1975, 1976 was
That's a lot of money.
Was like, you know, oh, wait a minute, do you have a gun? I got to go to the bank. You know.
Right.
So I said, I'm not paying to myself. I said, I'm not paying $25. I'll find it.
Right.
So I spent another year looking in record stores, going here and going there. Found it at Colony for $100, and I knew I'd be getting a scratchy, and I wasn't paying $100 anyway. So I finally go back to Jimmy Dayton's the next summer. Plunk down my $25. It gives me a beautiful copy of the record.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy. 2 weeks later, I'm in some bargain budget store. You know, record store in New Jersey. And they, you know what cutouts are?
Yeah.
That's where they cut the corner or punch the hole on the cover so that it can't be returned for full wholesale value when you only paid pennies on the dollar. It's a scam, right? They have a whole row of this record shrink wrap with the corner cut for 25 cents each.
Wow.
I bought them all.
Wow.
Gave them out as presents to friends.
That's beautiful. Well, thank you very much, Manny.
So the karma is, if you pay a lot of money, it'll show up later for like nothing.
Yeah.
And if you don't buy it, you'll never see it again.
Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
Murphy's Law?
That's right.
All right.